At the end of the Declaration of Independence, the signers of that declaration pledged to each other their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. Hello, Uncle B here. Perhaps you've been wondering where I've been. Well, I've been living my life. It was a busy summer. I was enjoying myself, but what I want to talk to you about today has to do with our country being hijacked. And I'm not turning all political. I'm not saying you have to vote for one person or another, but this is almost a week after the election, and the proclaimed winner is Biden. Even though for anyone who has paid attention, they know that it was stolen from Trump. It is yet to be determined actually if the lawsuits that Trump will file will actually remedy the situation and make him the rightful next president of the United States. But regardless of what the outcome is going to be, what do we do as free-born American citizens? What can we do as men and women of honor? Well, the first thing that we can do is be the best version of ourselves. We have to start with ourselves. We have to be stronger, we have to be smarter, we have to be better educated and prepared. Perhaps that means paying attention more to the crap that they're shoving down our throats. Perhaps that means tuning out the propagandist media that has been pushing a socialist agenda for years. It definitely means getting new skills to make us stronger mentally, physically, and becoming spiritually stronger as well. So that those that depend upon us can be helped by us. And we're talking about our families, especially, and our communities. What that looks like to you should be determined by you. But it probably should include a physical fitness regime, as well as a healthy diet, as well as learning new skills for survival either in the wilderness or in an urban environment. What else can we do to fight back? Well, what we can't do, or what we won't do, is riot, burning places down, victimizing other people that we're claiming to help. We're not going to arm ourselves for the sole purpose of attacking government leaders. We aren't going to devise silly little schemes to kidnap elected officials or assassinate them. That's not what we do. That's what the left does. It's always been the purview of the left. To hate, to attack, to assassinate, to burn down, to loot, to riot. These are all what leftists do, because that's who they are. And those in government that are leftists, they do the same thing, except they do it to their people. They do it to us. But I guess the point of all this is that we should be the best version of ourselves. And there's another thing. At the end of the Declaration of Independence, the signers of that declaration pledged to each other their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. Now, this may or may not go anywhere, these lawsuits that Trump has filed, and will continue to file, may not go anywhere, and he may be unsuccessful. So we have to pray. but we have to be willing to lay down our lives, in our fortunes, in our honor. So today, what I have done is taken a little bit of my fortune and contributed to the Legal Defense Fund to restore the election to its rightful winner. Consider, if you can, donating $5, $10, $45. Every little bit helps. I am not affiliated with Trump in any way, but he is our president. He has been a good president. He has won an election. He has been hated and vilified, persecuted, and all for doing what was good for the American people. All for doing what was good and required according to the Constitution. I have sworn an oath, and no one ever said to me that it had an expiration date. It said to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Well, the domestic enemies are about to steal the election. The domestic enemies are taking over this country. The domestic enemies are ready to steal Senate elections in Georgia so that they can change this country. We can't let them do that. As much as in us lies, we can't let them do that. Short of violence, we have to stand up. So I encourage you to stand up. I encourage you to contribute if you can. Because the future of our nation depends on it. And most importantly, regardless of what the outcome is, regardless of if this nation becomes a prison state, like Venezuela, like Cuba, like the former Soviet Union, like China, be the best version of yourself and passively resist, because there is no moral obligation to obey an immoral law.